Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman. Joining me tonight, my co-host, back in action.
I'm back!
Derek Shelton. We are here to talk about AEW Dynamite FYTER Fest Night 1. This was a jam-packed show. We are going to run down the card from top to bottom. So while you guys are in here, do me a favor. Hit the like button. If it's your first time and you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Leave us a comment down below if you're watching this after the fact. And last but not least, come in the chat, have a good time, and let's get ready to talk pro wrestling, baby. That's what this is all about. So with that being said, let's get back to the intro. Shout out to my boy Montezi.
Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right. That was the intro. Big shout out to my man Montezi doing big things. He's got an album getting ready to drop, so make sure you show him some love. He's on Twitter at TZ Scott. So, with that being said, Derek, we are getting ready to talk AEW FYTER Fest, bro. Night 1. This is the night I was more looking forward to out of the two nights, and I think we've got a banger of a show here to talk about.
Oh yeah, definitely. This show was on point.
Now, you know your minions kind of missed you last week. You know, the whole Derek order and all this stuff going on. They really wanted you back.
What's up, family?
You know how it goes.
I wasn't going to be gone too long. Trust me. I was going to find my way back.
Let's see who we got in the chat right now. I don't want to miss the first person who was up in here. PR in the house. What's going on, PR Nightmare? I don't know if he's throwing that up for his boys. FTR, the two fingers, or what? B-Boy Skyline talking about the beef that was going on during tonight's main event. We'll get into that later on for sure. Let's see here. Jesus De Leon. What's going on, Jesus? We want Derek. He's back, brother, so you got him. I hope that got me a like out of it at least. Jeez Louise. Let's see here. B-Boy Skyline said that intro is fire. Damn right it is. Let's see. Connor's in the house saying hello to both of us.
What's up, Connor?
PR said, Derek, why he got to use your whole government name? Y'all know my whole government name? What's the difference? I don't even go by that name 90% of the time. Show some love, PR. Nelson, call you out too. Chris DeZuba in the house, showing you some love, Derek. Casey Briggs, what's going on? I feel like we need a country version of that theme. Casey, you find me the right person, we will do it just for you, because country and rap are this close to being the same. Truly the ace. What's going on, brother? Good to have you in here. Jesus is trolling right now, I see. John L. Jackson, what's going on, John L? Rob in the house as well. And Broken said both shows were good. Broken, he's coming out saying NXT was better. I don't know, bro. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to tell you this. This is no show to sleep on.
Definitely not. This show was, like I said, on point.
Now, as far as what happened here, we have the night starting off with an addition to commentary. Le Champion, Chris Jericho. He joins the commentary team. Number one, this dude comes out with a ridiculous jacket on. He's got the red and white. If you've ever been to Canada, you know what their flag looks like. It's Canada Day. He's got the red and white with the maple leaf on it. Jericho is out there acting a fool. I love it. Derek, who did he remind you of that you had said?
I can't think of the man's name, but I know y'all remember the guy. He's an announcer for the NHL, and he has like different sports coats on top of sports coats. As soon as he stepped out, that's exactly what came to mind.
Exactly, dude. But Chris Jericho was on point, and we've got some people joining in here. Bria Lexor, thank you for joining us. I hope everything is well. I know I talked to you earlier on Twitter, so I hope that you are getting well. I appreciate you coming on in. Let's see here. Everybody, happy Canada Day. Damn right. Respect Canada. They're our neighbors. And you know what, PR, I saw that you said that you were having a bad week. Well, you know what, brother? This show will be dedicated to you, My man JPQ, anybody who's having a bad week. You know what? Bria too, because she wanted to get well. I sent her those wishes earlier, so I'll dedicate the show to you guys. This is about the people. That's what everything pro wrestling is about. So we'll be getting your comments on everything. Overall thoughts on commentary tonight. 4 people is too damn much.
It is.
I just don't think everybody gets their point across when it comes to it. Like, you noticed instantly, one person was not speaking at all.
Yeah, my boy Tony Schiavone, I barely heard him. So if y'all heard him, please let me know, because I was watching and I barely heard him say anything tonight. And I love my boy Tony, so I gotta have Tony talking. That's just me.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone definitely, he definitely needs to be able to insert whatever his points are in it. He can't just have sound bites. Yeah. And that's all that they were giving him. And I didn't like that personally for what it is, man. Nah. Rob said you're thinking of Don Cherry.
Don Cherry, okay, there we go.
I don't know if he does hockey anymore, though. I think he might. I thought he got in trouble for something. I don't know. Cancel culture messes everything up. What's up, Mike Lowe? What's good, man? Good to have you in here. He said, yeah, Jericho was acting like a fool. Sick in the house. What's good? Mike Lowe was not feeling JR, though. He said Jim Ross needs to go. I'm okay with JR.
Yeah, I'm good with JR.
JR's a legend, and I don't know. I just feel JR can have a spot out there no matter what. Yeah. Just let him do his thing.
He's going to give you something.
By God. Yeah, he is, definitely. I just saw the highlights for that iconic King of the Ring moment with Undertaker and Mankind. He's broken in half. You just can't turn on JR like that. I don't know. Let's talk about the first match. We've got the tag team of Wardlow and MJF getting ready to take on the team of Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus with Marco Stunt in their corner. MJF starts off the night with a good promo. He did an excellent job as far as getting some heat. Number one, he came out with the pink and green muumuu. Like, I don't know what was up with that. Looking like strawberry kiwi. He's doing the walk. He is... MJF knows how to piss you off. Yes. That is his job. He is somebody who is a despicable heel, and he does it so well. He just talked his crap so badly, and he did it, man.
Yeah. He was working with the frizz today. His hair wasn't sharp like it normally is.
Big facts. Chris DeZuba said he had an ugly-ass robe. Let's see here. So, once we get into this, man, this has been built up for a while. So, if you guys remember, we go back to the last pay-per-view event. MJF got a big victory over Jungle Boy. Spoiler alert, if you didn't see it, you're too late probably for Double or Nothing. But MJF gets the big victory. Last week, Wardlow picks up a victory over Luchasaurus. A match I thought was fun. I thought both guys really delivered. And I know you didn't get to see last week's match, but tonight you got to see some of the action here and some of the moves that they could do.
Yeah, Wardlow definitely impressed me. I didn't think a big guy like that could pull off some of the moves that he pulled off. So I was very impressed with Wardlow. I just don't like the F10.
Just not a fan of the move in general. No. I respect it. I can respect it. The idea, though, of this match started off with Jungle Boy being the person in trouble. And their matches go through like these long periods of time of what's supposed to happen. So Jungle Boy's in trouble. He needs to get the hot tag to Luchasaurus. They're cutting him off, not letting it happen. He finally makes the hot tag. Luchasaurus comes in like a ball of fire. He may have some of the best kicks in the business, bro. I've never seen somebody who it looks like he landed like right next to your face. The moves are on point with him.
Yeah. Every time you see it, it looks like he's actually hitting them. And that's what you want to see. You want to see that happen.
Chris Zuba said my hair's on point tonight. I appreciate that. Respect, Ball Brothers. A lot of people poo-pooing on JR here. I'm with Sick. JR is old. His back hurts. The smell of today's youth annoys him. Give him a break. Right. Yeah. He's just got a rough spot in life right now, and he just wants to enjoy himself, man. Yeah. Let him. He wants to work. Let him work.
Yeah, he's got to stay busy.
So let's get back into this matchup, though. So Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, they were on fire in this match, in my opinion. Luchasaurus with the dive over the ropes, they were hitting everything. Jericho was on 1,000 for this match, bro. He was there. I don't know if he took like a 5-hour energy drink before he came out or what he did, But this dude was going nuts on commentary over everything.
Yeah, he had to have taken something because the energy level was just too high. And I'm like, well, it wasn't too high, but it was just like, he was, like you said, he was on like 1,000. I'm like, dude. But that's what I expect from Chris Jericho, so.
Exactly. So we get into this. So the finish of the match comes from MJF going into his tights, pulling out the Dynamite ring. He gets the Dynamite ring out, and he's going to clock. Was it Jungle Boy who was being held? I think it was.
Yeah.
He ducks, and he almost hits Wardlow, and he goes, "Oh, can't you do anything right?" He gets kicked into Wardlow, punches him in the face, gets knocked to the floor, and then Wardlow ends up eating some great moves. First off, I don't even remember was it the choke slam first? And then I can't remember the order of this, but I just want to talk about Jungle Boy's crazy ass DDT from off the ropes. He sat on the middle. He was feet on the middle rope, sat on the top rope, reverse style. So think of it. He's facing towards the outside. The dude flips back in and does a tornado DDT. Wardlow then starts trying to get up after Luchasaurus does his move,
Yep.
and he ends up just getting finished with a kick. And then he gets finished with the moonsault on top of him, I believe, was the finish. And then 1, 2, 3, Jurassic Express get a victory here. For people who are fans of Jurassic Express, this was kind of the big culmination of what you wanted from this.
Yes.
They needed a tag team victory. I know Casey's going to bring up the part about Marco interfering. I'm going to let it slide because I will say this. The referees did a better job tonight of enforcing the tag rules because I think FTR has shown people if you follow the tag rules, you can get heat.
Right, exactly.
And when the heat happens, that's when shit gets good.
Yep.
So let it rock as far as that goes. The miscue happens, though. It was perfect. I thought Jurassic Express really needed this victory.
Yeah, this was something that they, like you said, like this is a huge win for Jurassic Express. They've been kind of on the down tip with their tag team matches lately, and why not have something like this? This was a great showing for them. Jungle Boy with that DDT. I feel like that should have just ended it right there.
Dude, that DDT was great, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like, if you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. I promise you.
Yes.
It was really good. Jesus said it was a really good match, and he said that Jurassic Express needed the victory as well. Mike Lowe said the move was impressive, though. Mike, I agree with that, brother. They did a really good job with the setup. Let's see. Nelson comes in and says, Conrad used the Manscaped on his head, too. Well, Nelson says, we were in the middle of a transition. We're talking about beautiful bald things. You know what you can make beautiful and bald? Your balls. By using the Lawnmower 3.0. This thing is a beaut. It is designed for growing grooming. This thing has all the bells and whistles that you need. It has got the skin-safe technology. It is waterproof. It's got a light on it. Check it out. Check it out. It's got a pretty dope light on it. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. This thing works. So if you guys go to manscaped.com, type in the promo code EPW show, you guys could get 20% off and free delivery on your boy. So make sure you guys go to manscaped.com. You guys will not regret it. They also have some other accessories that you guys could get. The crop preserver, little ball deodorant, little sprinkle on there. And you guys can also get the ball toner. And they have plenty of other products. Go to manscaped.com. Take a look. Promo code EPW show. 20% off. Also have to give a shout out to our friends Powerslam.tv. You can use the same promo code EPW show. Get 1 month of independent wrestling for free. And make sure you guys check out my good friends Everything College Basketball. If you listen to the podcast version, we have ads for them at the end of the program. So make sure you check out Everything College Basketball, one of the best college hoops podcasts around. Big shout out to my man Josh Burton. Let's get
Shout
out. Let's get into what's up with the Puppy Battle Royal. I want to know, was that thing real? I think it is. I think they're going to do something next week with that.
I think it is real. It has to be real. You can't just throw something out there like that and it's not real. Something has to happen with this.
You know what? I'm down. A Puppy Battle Royal. Yo, first, can I just say this? The AEW action figures, I may buy one of those rings, bro. I may have to buy the monster size ring. That just brings back childhood memories. Like, the ring has to be big. I always feel can't have a small ring with these wrestlers, man.
Yeah, no, you'd be sitting there going like this. You're getting carpal tunnel and everything, trying to wrestle with them.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the chat right now. Hold on. Mike Lowe just asked, anyone feel AEW is underusing MJF's image, him as the TNT champion every week with heel wins? Mike, I think something's coming with MJF. They're playing the slow game, because think about this. We'll go back to MJF real quick for you. I think MJF is being preserved for a reason. He has never been pinned, never been submitted, but he lost again tonight, but Wardlow lost. He lost before in a 6-man tag match. He never was pinned. So there's a reason why MJF's not losing. That's what I think.
I agree. There's a bigger picture that is going to happen. It's just something that we got to wait and see how they play it out.
Hold on, this chat. So first, B-Boy Skyline says, good segue, CJ. And then 6 says, CJ put the hot towel on his head after his shave. I can tell. Most definitely. Nelson said, laugh out loud. See, I got your back, set you up. I appreciate that, Nelson. That was an easy transition because of you. Rob said, remember, guys, the light is for precision. Precision, do not shave in the dark. Definitely support that. Let's see here. Casey said, Rob, I learned that the hard way. Nicked myself several times. Take it from Casey, I guess, folks. Let's see. The puppy battle royal is mad cute, son. Just saying. People like dogs. I'm not mad at it. Let it rock, man. Now, we also had like a tussle happen randomly in the crowd. Joey Janela versus Lance Archer. Get into it a little bit. Now, we saw Jake the Snake laughing. I think he was laughing because Joey Janela couldn't get his shirt off of his head for a minute.
Yeah, Joey was just like...
If I was Lance, bro, I would have definitely just... If he didn't get it off that last time, like, he got it off just in time to where it's like, all right, you can't really dog him too bad. But if he didn't get it off after that, I was going to be like, Lance, just go punch him. Exactly. Just punch him right in the face. Sonny Kiss was there. Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss are a tag team right now. Bad Romance. You feeling that team, Derek?
I think it works. At first I'm like, what are they actually doing with this when it started? But I liked it, though, because it gave you that Miami Vice kind of feel to it.
With the car and everything.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so let's just see where this goes. I think this will be a good tag team because Joey can guide Sonny Kiss. And Sonny Kiss is one who needs the guidance. I think Sonny Kiss, he gets nervous.
Yeah, Sonny Kiss has gotten a lot better, though, so I want to see what he could do. Put him in more matches. I thought they delivered last week against the Dark Order, so more of them on television, please.
Yes.
Beans, what's going on, brother? Good to have you in here. Beans says give MJF the title when we get fans back. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Austin Paglian Goat 31 says, what were the results? Austin, we're going through them right now. We just talked about the Jurassic Express getting the victory in the opening contest. And now we are about to move on to the women's championship match. Hikaru Shida versus Penelope Ford with Kip Sabian in the corner. This women's match was dope. Best Penelope Ford match. Now, you guys have heard me on here, and some people said I'm harsh to her. I'm saying it tonight. This was Penelope Ford's night. She stood out. I thought she did a damn good job. And I think Shida did a really good job, too, of controlling the match, controlling the tempo, like, yo, slow down, we got it, we got time, there's more than enough time.
Right. Yeah, Penelope Ford, I know I was very critical of her. Like, I always felt she was a good wrestler. It just seemed like she was forgetting her spots or she was just nervous in the match and just didn't know what to do at the right time. But this match tonight, this was dope. Penelope, you are good. Just let it be that way. It's good. Take notes from this match. Carry it over to the next. And you're on your way, honestly, in my opinion. You don't like it? I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah. Casey just said, damn, about time you put some respect on that name. I agree. She deserves it for this one. Can't be mad. I admit when I'm wrong on the podcast. Remember that when you listen to other people or you're talking with your friends pro wrestling. Remember who never admits when they're wrong. What was that? What? That you admit when you're wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Occasional. Derek's the worst person to watch wrestling with. Derek will flip flop who's winning the match every time that a turn or a kick out happens. He's like, oh, you know what that means. You know what that means. Let's see here. Classic Women's Championship match tonight, Ace says. Chris Zuba said, only match I liked tonight was the women's match. They're getting better. Rob said, Sheeta is the MVP of this division. 100%, Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Six said Sheeta versus 4 was a good match. I got to give credit where it's due. The ladies did their thing tonight. Wish we had more of that in AEW. I think it's just going to take time to build it up, guys. This is not going to be like a 3-week project and it's done. This is going to take some time.
But I will go out on a limb and say this was match of the night for me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right. This was really good, I thought. So, in the beginning of the match, I love that Kip Sabian was in the ring and he was kind of getting in Sheeta's face because remember, Sheeta punched him in the face last week and broke his glasses. And if you wear glasses, you know how bad that pisses you off. So, she broke his glasses and he got into her face tonight and he's kind of poking her, and the ref, Aubrey, steps in and she's like, yo, don't do that. And he kind of gets in her way a little bit and he's getting a little aggressive and she says, you know what? Get out. Get out. She throws him out of the match. Bravo. I like it. A referee being smart. Kip Sabian takes the kendo stick with him. He's out of the situation. Really good back and forth. Like I said, I would recommend you guys go and watch it. Penelope Ford shows off athleticism, facial expressions. She does it all in this match. Yeah. And we give her the credit for it. They go back and forth. I thought at one point Sheeta had it won with a Falcon Arrow early on, but Penelope Ford with the greatest counter to the Falcon Arrow I've ever seen. That quick roll up. We both thought it could have been over.
We definitely. I was like, no, we're not doing this right now. We are not doing this.
Yeah, they did a really good job of teasing us with that one. So they go through the match a little bit. Sheeta sets up for a Falcon Arrow. They let Penelope Ford kick out again of another Falcon Arrow, but she ends up eating the big knee for the win. I know I skipped a lot of stuff in the middle. You guys don't need all the fluff in between. No. Watch this match. I'm telling you, it was one of the better AEW women's title matches.
Yes, it was.
Sheeta gets the win with the knee. I'm not mad. Sheeta is the leader of this damn division, period.
Yeah, she will be the one that guides the women's division to where it needs to be, and once that happens, I think we'll be on pace for way better shows than we're getting already. Yet we still haven't had a thumbs down show, at least in my opinion.
Not yet. There may have been one in the beginning to where I was like, on. You remember it was like week 3, I think it was. Yeah. But they've done a good job here so far. Let me see here. 6 said, non-eyeglass wearing people will never understand broken glasses are hard to cover with your VSP. Big facts, 6. Big facts. I remember as a kid, man, you definitely did not want to have to tell your parents that your glasses got broke. You would be like, I would turn into the Incredible Hulk if I had to fight somebody over some glasses. Yes, and definitely save that question for the end, Jesus. We'll answer it for you. Juggernaut said, I need my girl Britt Baker back in the ring. I agree. I miss Britt a little bit. Yeah. I like her, though, doing the segment, so she's still there. Yeah. Ace said Ford and Rose are the only 2 women that kicked out of the Falcon Arrow. That is very rare. 6 says, I miss Rio. I miss Rio, too. I think that a lot of people took Rio for granted. I heard she's doing a tour somewhere else, though, 6. So I think we're going to not see her for a little bit more. So
it's unfortunate, but, she's, plans were already set, so can't be mad about it.
Yaya Shabazz says, wait, what about Britt Baker? She's just injured right now. That's all we were talking about with as far as that goes with Britt. Bean said, survey time. Are you here to see Team Conrad or are you here for the Derek order? Still not sure which side to be on. You know which side to be on. For the good guys. Scott Hall, sorry. There was only one show I didn't really like when the pandemic started, but they've been good ever since. Yeah, like I said, there's not too much to complain about as far as their shows have been. For the TNT title, we had Cody versus Jake Hager with his wife Katarina in the ring. This TNT championship matchup here was it was something else. I thought it was the weakest match on the card personally, and you know I'm a big Cody fan, so me saying that's kind of harsh to say, but I thought that it wasn't that Hager didn't deliver and Cody didn't deliver. I don't think I liked the ending of the match really.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. It make Hager look stupid a little bit.
Yeah. I honestly think this was better than the tag team match.
The main event tag match?
No.
MJF and
Private Party and
okay, that match will be next up after this. Yeah.
So, but that's just me.
Yeah, so Cody and Hager ended up getting in the ring. They started off with mat wrestling. If you guys know, Jake Hager went to Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner. JR always puts him over as, an All-American wrestler, everything else that he says about him. If you guys didn't know, though, in Georgia, Cody Rhodes was also an amateur wrestler in high school, and Cody Rhodes lost only one match throughout his entire high school amateur wrestling days. So they could both go in the ring if they needed to revert to getting down and doing some actual wrestling on the mat. They did some good things here, I thought, though. Managers getting involved in this. Hager's wife got involved a couple times, stepping on Cody's stomach, things like that. She did a really good job. She even gave a nice slap in this. She lambasted Cody.
Filet mignon.
And as far as the people getting involved, Arn Anderson, the coach of the Nightmare Family. Yo, Chris Jericho disrespected Arn Anderson so bad. What was the first thing he said about him? He called him Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley. If you don't know who Wilford Brimley is, type in that man's name.
Followed by Family Guy. Wilford Brimley's from a lot of commercials, man. He even said Arn Anderson liked oatmeal. I like oatmeal.
So do I. You just made us feel old as hell, and we're only in our 30s.
Yo, chill, bro. Chill. Now everybody knows our age.
What
I'm bald. Who cares, right? The idea though that Arn Anderson likes oatmeal just cracked us up. I don't know why. He's like, he likes oatmeal. Jericho on 1,000 tonight. Switch that man to decaf before he goes on commentary.
Yes, please.
Funny though. Managers get involved. Good back and forth. Cody hit a nice Cody cutter. Best Cody cutter I think I've seen him hit tonight.
Yes.
Took his time, and Hager was just perfect height for it. He ate that bad boy.
Yes, that's definitely the best one that I've seen. So if he could hit more like that, it'd definitely be on point. But like I said, this was a good match. I gotta agree with you on the ending. I didn't like how that ended either, because that was kind of like the Darby Allin ending, kind of. So it was just like, I wouldn't have ended it that way.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people. So Casey says, I agree this match as a whole was better than the tag team match after, but the ending was lame, made Hager look like a dummy. So it seems like he agrees with both of us on part of that. Yeah. Six said that this match was like the reveal of the TNT title, highly anticipated, highly underwhelming. I could agree with that. I think Cody needs to have a long-term story built in with this. He's going through the matches, and it's good for him to get in the ring with some of these guys, but if Cody's not feeling the story that's behind it, whether it be like with Ricky Starks coming in and he gets offered the contract, Cody needs to be able to tell a story in here. And to me, I don't know what the story is with Hager. And even after this, we don't know what the story is.
Yeah, there has to be a road for this, for Cody to stay on it. There has to be a vision, and if there is no vision, that road is going to end very short. And we don't want that to happen, but
I'm sorry, I'm corpsing. The freaking chat is killing me with the Family Guy scene with Wilford Brimley. Casey said that pause Cody put on the top rope for the cutter was slick. I agree.
It was definitely slick. That was and
perfect.
Just for him to have that little pause too at the end of it, it was like, huh? Gotcha.
It just worked out. So the finish of the match, Cody and Hager are kind of going back and forth, and the managers end up distracting the referee. I think Arn distracts the referee, and he got involved in this a lot. And it makes you feel like Cody's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Mm-hmm. Kind of a heel. And Cody freaking ends up, getting the ref distracted. Here comes his brother Dustin. Dustin clobbers Hager, but they kept bringing up that Hager did break his arm.
Yep.
They've had beef in the past. And afterwards, he clobbers him right into Cody going for the crossroads. Hager reverses it, goes for that standing triangle choke. Here's where things get stupid. Hager falls to his back. Cody bridges on top of him, and the ref counts 1, 2, 3. And Hager thinks he won, even though you clearly hear Cody Rhodes' music. Clearly hear it, bro. Don't be stupid. But maybe he got caught up in the moment, and he's like, wait, Cody won. What the hell? Right. Blah, blah, blah. Hager ends up striking the referee. Go ahead, I'll let you say. I know you want to say something about that ref.
Hey. Address that first.
Let me see here. Who do we just have subscribe? Aunt Peggy McDonald. Thank you so much for subscribing, Aunt Peggy.
Thank you.
Do the Aunt Jackie. Do. They're probably too young to know what we're talking about. But yeah, what were you going to say about the ref?
All right, so I had to show him with the ref that was in the ring tonight. I know some of you had to have seen that movie Fear with Mark Wahlberg. If you have seen it, look back at him in that movie and then look at this ref. And then the chat, please tell me I'm wrong.
Derek always finds people and compares them to people in movies. I have no idea why. I don't know if that's just his thing. But I was pretty much laughing once I saw it. That's an old school movie too. Stop. Terrible. Hager punches the ref. So what do you think though comes from this? Nyla Rose got suspended, I believe, for a little bit, and a fine put on her for that. I think this has to be leading to Hager going back to Bellator or getting ready to train for a fight, I assume.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Casey just said the same thing. I'll pound my chest.
See, Casey knows.
Casey's like a movie buff though.
See? But Casey, tell me he don't look like him. Tell me he don't look like him.
Six said the ref looked plastic to him. He looked plastic when that jaw got rocked by Hager.
Bro, look up Fear, Mark Wahlberg, and tell me what you think.
So, Hager's got to be eating a suspension for this or something, right?
Yeah, he has to, because he still has the Bellator contract, right?
Yeah.
So I would assume he's got to get ready for that. So it's like, all right, well, I got to do this. Take my little suspension, go do my Bellator streak, come back when it's time to come back.
Yeah. Hopefully that's what this is leading to. I want some sense made out of this, and you know what? I'll save it for the next match, and then we can kind of talk about it, because I know Casey's going to probably give his 2 cents on it, because he brought up something to me before. Casey said, I definitely see it, Derek. See, Chris Azuba said you watch too much TV. I agree, Chris.
Hey, I can't help it, man. When you got all this crazy crap out here, the best thing to do is sit in and watch a movie, watch TV. I'd rather do that than be out here in these streets with these wild people.
This is true. Darby Allin. We get a promo of Darby Allin, #1, talking on a payphone. God knows where he found that. Darby Allin talking on a payphone. He says that he's not medically cleared, but then he goes skateboarding. And can I just say this? Darby Allin is a monster. The main thing that I want people to know that I loved about this was Darby Allin doing, he goes up on a ramp, does a grind, then he goes up onto a platform, moonsaults on the skateboard that he left on the ledge. Beautiful. Picture perfect.
Tony Hawk.
Derek said put the man in the next Tony Hawk game. I kind of agree.
Listen, I think it's happening.
They lit someone on fire for this, and he jumped through a hoop on a skateboard. What is going on at Darby Allin's house?
Listen, I'm telling you, ever since the promo with Tony Hawk himself, Darby Allin has been doing... Listen, I'm calling it. If I'm wrong, I will say I am wrong. But I am calling it. Darby Allin is going to be in the new Tony Hawk game.
DLC?
DLC.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here first. He called it. Now, let's talk about Orange Cassidy comes out next for the tag team match. He comes out in a chair. Him and Chris Jericho are obviously going to have a match next week. We've been speaking about it for the last couple weeks with the blood pulp and, the blood orange, all that stuff. is going to be interesting. Orange Cassidy literally did nothing in this segment. He just sat with his feet kicked up, and he did nothing. I think he's saving it all for next week.
Yeah, I actually think he fell asleep, kind of.
You don't know if he's asleep ever. You got to check his eyes.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Casey said, y'all thought the Hardy compound was nuts. It sounds like Darby's house is crazy.
Yeah.
So we get the tag match here. Proud and Powerful versus Private Party with Matt Hardy. It's a Hardy Party. This is with House of Glory alumni here. So big shout out to Queen of the Indies, Tiff. I know these are her boys. Yeah, I don't know how I felt about this match. This match was just kind of there. Not saying that they did bad. They put effort in.
I think this was probably one of the matches, if not the only match where I really didn't feel like invested in. Because I'm still not really sold on Private Party, for one.
Come on.
I can't.
I think Private Party's new music really helps. The shot song.
Their new music is great. It fits them perfectly. I don't know. It's just something about them where I just can't 100% buy into them. I'm like 65.
Well, maybe next week they'll be able to show you that. So, I think this match was missing like stakes. The problem was this first card was loaded with so many championship matches. You had the women's match that we talked about, the TNT title match. You had the feud with basically MJF, Wardlow, and Jurassic Express. And then you've got this like random match with two teams that have kind of been in the lower tier, floating around, not really doing too much. And I don't know, man. This match could have been better, I think.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this would have been a match that you would have started the show off, but then we're talking about FYTER FEST, so you can't really start a show off like that with like low energy because this is...
And in MJF's promo, he said that we're in a ratings war, so obviously you're going to put me on first because he was talking, so...
Exactly. So, no disrespect to these two teams. They're great wrestlers. This match just wasn't it for me.
Yeah, Casey brought it up in the chat. He feels like the Inner Circle, who obviously in this one, they did not walk away with the victory. I'll just tell you guys now, the gin and juice was hit after pulling down the bandana on Santana. Gin and juice was hit.
That rhymed. Bars.
You know how I used to do it. But they hit the finisher. I get it. Casey's bringing up, should the Inner Circle break up? Is there no point to them now at this juncture of them being a group in AEW? Like, is it over for them? Same question to the chat. What do you guys think? Is the Inner Circle cooked? I mean, think about it. Hager lost. Inner Circle lost. Sammy suspended. Jericho's on commentary.
I would say yes, because of what they've been doing with them. I think it's the end, or it's coming to an end after they lost that big tag team match with everybody. You know, the Elite and the Inner Circle. After they lost that, I think that's when everything.
Which tag match about? Was it a 6-man tag?
It was what was that? The one with the stadium.
Oh, the Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, Stadium Stampede.
Gotcha.
So I think after the Stadium Stampede is when everything kind of started falling apart.
Maybe Blood and Guts though. I don't know. They want to do that match. It sounds like maybe that'll be like a stipulation. I don't know. Here's my thing. I don't know what's going on with Proud and Powerful though. Like they've been in the spot. Like they came in with a lot of fire and then they kind of just pumped the brakes on them a little bit. I don't know what's going on with that. Let these guys rock, man.
Yeah, let them boogie, man. Let them boogie because they can actually put like. If you really think about like when was the last time we really seen Ortiz do his thing? Like I don't really remember him doing it anymore.
It could be from the lack of crowd too for their matches. Maybe that's part of the energy that's missing. Let me see here. We got a bunch of people saying different things. Sick said Chuck Taylor is the best sit-down pile driver in the business. You damn right. I agree with that, Sick. Cassie was the best on commentary tonight, Chris says. Jesus says they should have saved this match for later, but understand why they are having it next week. We'll get into that in 1 second. Sick said, nah, I'm not tired of the Inner Circle. Rob says, are we ever getting the Blood and Guts match? I think you have to wait for people to be there. Like, if you're going to have blood in that match and stuff, there's no reason to bleed for nobody being around.
Right, yeah.
I think that's a big match where I think that's the match when you first come back to crowds. that's one of the matches you could possibly put on.
Yeah, so I think for now the Inner Circle stays together up until that point. They have to stay together up until that point because that was your matriarch match.
That was the blow off.
Yeah. So you can't really separate them up until, like, you can do like an implosion almost, but you can't fully separate them if you're going to separate them up until then. That has to be the final straw. It's like, all right, I'm sick of you, I'm sick of you, I'm sick of you.
I don't know what they're going to do with this. They've got to figure out what's going to happen with this group. I think they definitely need to pick up some wins, though. They've lost a lot of steam since Revolution, I feel like. Since Jericho lost the belt, they've kind of felt not as important. But I get it. You got to push other people. There's a lot of people in this company. I know everybody likes different people, but sometimes your guys are going to win. Sometimes you're going to go on losing streaks.
Right.
Next, we had an interview with Dasha and the tag team champs. They just go over talking about their match and how they're ready to win. Usual fancy pantsy stuff. I want to kind of talk about the hashtags real quick. I thought it was very smart of them tonight to run a contest promoting their hashtags, and it forced them to like the number 2 and number 3 spot on what was trending in the U.S. Very wise of AEW to do that so that more people are looking at, oh, what's this fighter nightmare? What's this?
Right,
Click,
exactly.
click. A way to get clicks through and to draw people in. So I thought that was a wise move, and hopefully I win. Night 2 FYTER Fest. Let's talk about what we got lined up for this right now. So we find out that we have Nyla Rose. She's got a big surprise in store. I don't know what the surprise is going to be. No idea. So I'm just going to kind of take it at face value. Some people seem to believe that maybe Tessa Blanchard's coming in. I personally don't want to see that. Not after the allegations and rumors that have been circling around her. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Big Swole basically confirmed that, yes, this did happen. So I don't know if I want her there. Big Swole said that AEW would be the best place for her, in her opinion. I think she's still friends with Tessa because she tried to smooth things out, being the mediator between her and the woman she had the issue with that I'm not getting into right now. But yeah, I don't want Tessa there. I'm gonna just say it flat out. At one point I would have said yes, but now no.
I think if Tessa came in, I think she would still think like she had the same kind of pull that she had in Impact.
Yeah, she can't do what happened with Impact. I don't know. I think she's just got a bad aura around her right now. She needs to clear up.
She does. She needs to lay low for a while.
Dark Order versus SCU. We're going to have the team of Mr. Brody Lee, Colt Boom Boom Cabana, who is not officially in the Dark Order yet, and Stu Grayson versus SCU. Very interesting. And shout out to Scorpio Sky. He got new music on AEW Dark this week. We got Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. We talked about that earlier. We find out, which I think they should have announced this before if they knew they were going to do this. Private Party will be taking on the tag team champions. So the winners of tonight's main event will face Private Party in the main event matchup. Interesting. Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho. Lucha Bros and Butcher and Blade versus the Bucks and FTR. And Moxley versus Cage has been moved. Probably due to the COVID scare that Moxley had. But it's going to be moved in 2 weeks to July 15th at Fight for the Fallen. So I guess they're donating proceeds to people who have had to deal with the pandemic. So good for them. I guess the Khan family donated $1 million already.
Yeah,
very cool. Moxley versus Cage gets put off. And here comes Taz and Cage out there.
It's Taz.
Love it for Botchamania, man. Taz comes out and basically says that Vince runs a sloppy shop. There was a shot taken at Vince McMahon without saying his name, obviously.
Right.
He also called Moxley chicken shit. He said that he's a chicken shit.
Chicken shits.
Yeah. Oh, he said you got the chicken shits.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taz. I know Rob was happy for it. What's going on, Sean? Good to see you in here. Shabazz said, just so won't be an AEW now that WWE is a whole nother matter as Vince has no morals. Ooh, harsh. Chris Zuba said, Tessa is toxic to the locker room in AEW's women's division. Don't let her ruin it. Mr. No Neck Cage. This is true. Taz brought it up in his points earlier of the night that it's going to be hard for Moxley to lock in, not the Death Rider. What does he call it in AEW?
Paradigm shift.
The paradigm shift around Cage because he's got such big frickin' shoulders and everything. So it was one of Taz's like counterpoints to being his manager. I like it. I'm okay with waiting 2 weeks for it or whatever until the 15th. Not crying.
Honestly, I was gonna say I don't really care for the title match to be right now. I think it should. I think it should wait up until 2 weeks. Just I wouldn't have put it right now because you already had the tag team title, you already had the TNT, you already had the women's title. Like, come on, we don't want to overload it right now.
No, this is true.
And especially not for a weekday show. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that for a weekday show. That's main event material on a pay-per-view.
Well, see, the problem is that they have to build these weekly shows up, and Cage and Moxley to me is a great matchup to have on the show for that. They're just gonna have to take their time with this. It's not a big deal. I would rather have them be safe. It's not like the card wasn't jam-packed anyway, so cool. Let some other people shine for right now.
Right.
It works. Now we have for the main event. Casey said my birthday is the night before Fight for the Fallen. Y'all better sing me happy birthday on that video. If you are in here, maybe we'll sing happy birthday. If Derek's here, I'll definitely sing it. If not, I don't have to do the Marilyn Monroe version. Happy birthday to you,
Mr. President.
Peace. To the main event, folks. For the AEW tag team titles, we've got the tag team of Hangman, Adam Page, and Kenny Omega taking on the Best Friends. Can I just say, the Best Friends entrance. These dudes are fools. They come up in a white van, like someone's mom's white van, like soccer mom van. And it's Trent's mom dropping them off. And they get out the van, and, you know, they're like the two best friends at the soccer game, like, we're here. And Trent's mom's like, Trent, come here. And she gives him a kiss on the cheek. And they walk in, arms around each other, arms up. I thought it was a cool entrance for them, for how goofy they are.
Yes, well, we can't forget how Trent closed the door. Like, he just...
Yo, Trent was money in that. Go back and watch that if you didn't see how he like grabbed the handle all hard, and then when he just backed away from it, it just moved slowly in. Cool stuff though to see that. This tag team match was pretty good. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think I wish they had a little bit more time. I know that they added some other matches in here. I think if you would have cut a little bit from the Private Party and PMP match, I think that you could have really given these guys a little bit more time, just like 5-10 more minutes to tease some stuff.
Yeah, because they were cooking like towards the middle, a little bit past the middle of the match.
Nelson's out here, dogs howling while y'all singing. Stop slamming that damn door. You remember that back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Chuck and Omega, they have a great exchange with them, with each other, and they just brawled in this one. I thought Chuck Taylor really showed up for this. I know JR seems kind of harsh on Chuck Taylor. That's just me, maybe.
No, I've noticed it.
Like, I'm like, damn, dude, why you so mean to Chuck? Just pay attention to it. He's always like, Trent's the leader of this team, and I'm like, bro, Chuck Taylor's right here. Like, he's not bad. Like, I think they just don't like his physical shape or something, or how he acts. Maybe I don't know what it is.
Probably. JR definitely is hard on Chuck.
Yeah. Let me see here. Casey said, I wish Kenneth Omega would get out of the ring when he tags Paige in. They got a 10 count, Casey. They're just utilizing the 10 count. I know at one point they did stay in too long. But I guess Aubrey was letting leeway happen. The referees get too much leeway sometimes with that stuff. They gotta crack down on the rules, but I think that's stuff that's just getting better weekly. So
they gotta pull Earl Hebner back. Get out of my ring.
Let's see here. Broken says his birthday is July 13th, turning 27. Happy early birthday, my brother.
Happy birthday.
Chris Zuba said Chuck is skinny fat. No body shaming here. Casey said, oh, shoot. Okay. All right, boys are just exchanging birthday messages in there. Enjoy. So during the match, we see some cohesiveness between Omega and Page, but then here comes FTR. They bring out the beach chairs, and they got their cooler. Got some cold brews. Offer them to the announce team. They say, oh, not while we're on the job. Hey, listen. Whatever you guys do is your business after the show ends,
exactly.
All right?
Well, I didn't really hear Tony say it.
Tony's just drinking. Tony, you haven't said anything all night. Shut up. No, Tony was talking to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was hanging it there. He's just quiet tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
So FTR comes out. Chuck Taylor All-Star was mentioned, so they did try to give him a little bit of props, I think. That was the nicest thing I think they've ever said. It was JR, I think, who said that.
JR did say it.
Excalibur saying he got smoked on that lariat. Trent got the shit knocked out of him by Hangman Page.
Oh, yeah.
Hangman Page got chopped in the throat at one point, and I knew he got pissed.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a high chop from Trent, and I was like, oh, damn, he caught him in the throat. And Hangman Page started lacing into him these forearm shots that you could hear. I was like, ooh, those look stiff.
Yeah, very.
So afterwards, we see Kenny Omega hit a nice missile drop kick to Trent's back. Shades of New Japan, if you guys have ever seen him wrestle over there. That drop kick was picture perfect every single time. Really loved it. Cold brews with no labels. They got to get a beer sponsor. Wrestling's always been tough to get a beer sponsor, but I could see it happening soon. Why not?
Hey,
another new subscriber, and thank you, Shabazz. I appreciate it. We'll do the Orange Cassidy that's on there. Do. Appreciate it though. Thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate all the likes too. One more to 20. Somebody help a brother out before this show ends. One more like here. Missile drop kick to the back, as we talked about. Great match. The match ends with some great teasers. The Storm Zero was hit at one point. Very close kick out. We thought it could have been over right there.
The awful waffle.
Oh, you lost it.
Yo, that it wasn't even the fact of how good that move looks. It was the fact of how he hit Kenny with that. I'm like, woo.
Kenny sounds like a champ though, bro. He sold the pile driver too.
He did.
That Sick brought up.
Yes, he did.
That was really good. The awful waffle gets hit though. Kenny Omega looks like he freaking was done.
Yeah.
And Hangman Page ends up being the hero for the team though. He hits his shotgun lariat.
Yeah.
Or buckshot, excuse
buckshot,
me.
Yeah.
Shotgun, buckshot. I can't keep up with this cowboy shit. No pun intended. He flips over, hits the clothesline. 1, 2, 3. I was surprised. I thought Best Friends were going to walk away here with the belts.
I thought so too. But when FTR came out.
FTR comes in the ring with a couple cold brews, passes him out. As you guys know, Kenny Omega took like a sip and then spit it right out. He does not drink beer.
Poured it out and everything.
Maybe he thought it was root beer from Maine.
Hey, that's some great root beer.
It is, man.
Yeah,
you gave me some one time as a gift.
Listen, you got to try that. There's organic root beer out in Maine. I was skeptical about it.
I need a sponsorship if we're going to talk about this ever again.
Yes, but order that. That's. Actually, no, you don't have to now. I think they have it here.
Oh, is it? Well, these guys aren't all local.
Oh yeah, so order it from Maine. I guarantee you'll like it.
So Kenny takes like a sip and then he dumps it out, which is disrespectful to dump any beer. JR commentary said it must not have been Canadian. I start hearing Molson jokes. I'm like, here we go with this.
Yep.
So they dump out the beer. Hangman Page seems to get offended too. And I thought FTR were going to clock him with the bottles.
Telling you, bro. Happening. It's happening.
We don't know that.
It's happening.
So they start getting into a little bit of a shoving match. Here come the Bucks. The Young Bucks are out there like, yo, pump your brakes, bro. This is my boy Kenny. Like, you got to chill. Mm-hmm. But then Paige is on the other side like, hey, why are you disrespecting them?
Uh-huh.
So it was weird to see them clash heads over beers.
Nope. It ain't weird for me. I'm telling you, bro. It's happening. Beginning of the end. The Elite is falling apart. Cody even said it himself. He doesn't feel like he's a part of the elite.
Derek, it's not a foregone conclusion.
I mean,
Cody. I mean, the FTR know what time it is.
I mean, they do know.
You got to have some forethought when you're doing this.
Yes. You need the forethought to have it pan out the way it's supposed to happen. I mean, we're not in a 4-legged race right now, so you need the forethought and think about how you want to do this.
Let me see here. Jesus has just sent me something from a Facebook post. Jesus, I'm going to allow you to explain in the chat what this is before I click it, because I don't want to play it and get copyright strike or whatever. But I see who is involved in it, so please fill me in on what's going on with that. That's how the show ends, though. There's a little bit of turmoil between everybody. Good show. But overall thoughts, guys. Was it a thumbs up show? Thumbs down? Put it in the chat. Let me know your grade, score. If you want to put a letter grade on it, a number, whatever you want to do tonight, let me know. I'll read those bad boys. And Jesus, throw me your question that you had for us towards the end here, and then we'll wrap it up and get on out of here.
Riggedy rap.
This will be the official podcast for the week for this one. I know that I'm going to get back into the podcast. I promise you guys. I know everyone's like, well, where has it been? I'm just trying to figure out what day I want to do it on, and I'm trying to, get back into a groove of things on how I want to do it. I know what the next one's going to be about. If it's not a preview, I know what I want to talk about, and it's one of the contest ones that I did, but one of them's going to take a lot of preparation. The other one, not so much, so be patient with me when it comes to that. Let's see here. Jesus said that he sent me an EC3 promo talking shit and thoughts on the AEW promos he's been doing on ROH and Impact. Okay. Chris Zuba said, thumbs down, D-. Ooh. Casey said 4 out of 5 for him. Jesus, thumbs up. Rockstar says thumbs up. That's some good stuff. I'm not mad at it.
No, not at all.
What do you think? Good show tonight?
I thought it was a good show. Like I said, the weakest match to me was
tag team match?
The tag team match between Private Party and what is it? Pride and Powerful?
Yeah. Or no, Proud and Powerful.
Proud and Powerful, yes. Excuse me.
You could, I mix it up too all the time, because I think I heard them bouncing off the two names, and I never knew which one they were going to use, so I always interchanged them and mixed them. As far as that goes, you could mix that match with the Cody one. I thought the Cody one was a little weak. I think that finish just pissed me off so bad that I just didn't like it.
Yeah, it should have been way more climactic than that. So ending it that way, it was just kind of like,
Bean says he's going to wait till next week to give a full grade, but thumbs up so far. I would agree.
Respect it.
I would agree. Let's see here. 3 questions. Damn, Jesus. Jesus comes in first. Will we get a debut like Tessa or somebody in the Nyla match? And what was your match of the night? For tonight, that's tough. My match of the night, I am going to go with... Shoot, man, that's tough.
Like I said, I got the women's match.
You know what? I'm going to take Wardlow and MJF versus the Jurassic Express. I'll take that one for my match of the night.
Okay.
That was the first question. And what about Tessa? We answered that kind of before, Jesus. I don't want to see Tessa come into AEW. I'm just not a fan of what's been going on. She seems like she's been a problem everywhere she's went so far. So if it's up to me, she can stay away.
Yeah.
WWE honestly needs her more than AEW, in my opinion. WWE lost 2 of their big star women athletes in Charlotte and Becky right now. You guys could deal with Tessa. Maybe she'll be humbled by going into WWE because they won't take any of her stuff. Gino Morgan TV said, thumbs up. The women's match was match of the night. I will give it a B. Last question. Will Moxley drop it to Cage or MJF for both of us? Cage, no. MJF, yes. I think MJF's the one who dethrones Moxley. Right now, in my heart of hearts, that's how I feel. I'll save for when and all that another time.
Yeah, I would say MJF too, because if Moxley drops it to Cage, MJF is not getting it.
Okay. Rob said it's all right. Chris Zuba said women's match was his match of the night. Broken said women's match as well. So they're in agreement with you. I like the women's match. I think it was really good. That was probably my second match of the night. I thought the tag title match was going to be a little bit more than what it was. That was the match I was most looking forward to.
Yeah. I correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you would pick the tag match over the women's match because the tag match was a little bit more polished.
With what? Jungle Boy and MJF and them? I think
they had more stuff in it.
And it was more of a story.
Yes. I totally agree with you on that. I just picked the women's match because Penelope really impressed me tonight.
Oh yeah, Penelope did her thing. Like I said, she might have been MVP of the night if I had to give that out.
Yes.
But what do you think? So is Cage winning the AEW title?
No.
Is MJF gonna win the AEW title when he gets a shot at it?
Yes, I'm more inclined to say MJF will win the title from Moxley because if Cage wins it, MJF is not challenging.
Not at that time.
Not at that time. Not at that time. There has to be a reason for him to challenge, and there won't be a reason because then you have to say like, all right, well, I'm gonna challenge you, but now I don't have you by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, not to say that he can't beat somebody by himself, but if you have Wardlow there to distract, and you have a chance of, double teaming somebody, why not?
Yeah, I feel like MJF can go on all these different paths. Like, he could always go back to Cody. Maybe he'll feud with Wardlow. Maybe him and Wardlow get their stuff together for a little bit longer before they eventually, they're going to break up. I don't know. We're going to have to do the wait and see. But I do think MJF will become the next champion. That's just my opinion.
If not a heavyweight champion, a TNT champion.
He's winning a title soon. But I think he beats Moxley. I think that's pure jealousy. And it will make the Cody story come full circle, in my opinion.
Yes, because then he'll rub it in and say, look, Cody, you're second best to me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And maybe that brings it into the rest of the storyline. But I thank you guys for listening to us talk some AEW tonight. I thought that we had an excellent episode of Dynamite. We will be back next week, so if you guys love the AEW talk, do me a favor, join us next week. We'll be talking Night 2 of FYTER FEST, and we'll be back for Fight for the Fallen. We do this every Wednesday, so if you guys show up as soon as the show's over, come on in the chat. We're usually ready to go, and join us, man. Every week we do this. And a big thank you, like I said, to everybody who joined us tonight, the new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. It's been a long day, super tired. Derek, I appreciate you. It was good to have you back on the show.
Great
Felt weird to do it by myself last week. Lots and lots of talking. Lots. But it was fun, man. I will check out NXT tomorrow, and hopefully I can give some thoughts on that next show if you guys want to hear about that. But I'll be interested. So next week, AEW Dynamite, FYTER FEST, Night 2. Join us. And on our way out, please check out this really dope intro from this guy right here.